All right, let's talk about something we've all experienced. You get a cut, right? Doesn't matter where. Your knee, your elbow, your finger, and bam, there's blood. How is it always there? How is it literally everywhere?
I mean, think about it. It can be the tiniest, most insignificant paper cut on your finger, and somehow it bleeds. It's like the blood is just waiting, right under the surface, ready to pop out and say hello.
And the reason for that is, well, it's kind of simple, really. It's because blood is everywhere, inside you. But that simple fact opens up a much bigger, more fascinating question. Why? And that's the journey we're going to go on today.
Okay, so to really wrap our heads around this, you have to think big. We're talking about a massive network of, well, think of them like biological superhighways crisscrossing your entire body.
And check this out. What you're looking at right now, that's not a computer model. That's not an artist's drawing. That is the actual network of blood vessels from a human body. It's so incredibly dense that it basically traces the entire shape of the person. I mean, wow. Every single part of you, from your head to your toes, is connected by this insane web. All right, so we've got the where figured out. It's everywhere. But that just makes you wonder, right? What is this stuff really, and why does every single part of our body need it so badly? What's the big deal?
You know, if you just look at blood, it seems pretty straightforward. It's red stuff, but it has a secret. And if you're patient, it'll actually reveal that secret to you.
So take a look at this. On the left, you've got a test tube of fresh blood. Looks like what you'd expect, right? Totally uniform. But now, look at the tube on the right. This is the same blood, just a few hours later. And whoa, something really cool has happened. It's separated. You've got this yellowy-orange liquid on top, and all the dark red stuff has sunk to the bottom. That's our first huge clue. Blood isn't just one thing. It's a mixture.
Honestly, it's just like salad dressing. You know, when you shake up some oil and vinegar, it all mixes together, but then you let it sit for a minute and poof, it separates into layers. Blood is doing the exact same thing. It's a bunch of different ingredients all sloshing around together.
Okay, so if it's a mixture, we have to know what's in it, right? And for that, we have to zoom in. I mean, way in. We're about to go from the big picture of the whole body down to the tiny hidden world inside a single drop.
So what are these mystery ingredients? What's actually hiding in there?
Now, if you just took a little smear of blood and put it on a microscope slide, this is all you'd see with your naked eye. A faint pink stain. Kind of boring, right? Not much to look at.
But then you slide it under a microscope, and everything changes. Suddenly, this hidden world just explodes into view. It's absolutely teeming with life. You've got tons and tons of these little pinkish discs, kind of pale in the middle. Then there are these much bigger, kind of blobby-looking things with dark purple centers. And sprinkled all over the place are these teeny tiny dark specks.
Okay, so we've just seen it for ourselves. A drop of blood isn't just a liquid. It's like a bustling city, full of different characters. So let's meet the crew. Let's find out who's who and what their jobs are.
All right, let's put it all together. Remember that yellowish liquid from the test tube? That's the plasma. It's the highway everything travels on. Those little pink discs we saw, those are your red blood cells. Think of them as the oxygen delivery trucks for your entire body. And the bigger purple blobs, that's your security detail, the white blood cells, fighting off germs. And finally, those tiny little purple specks, that's the emergency road crew, the platelets, ready to patch up any leaks.
So let's look at that microscopic view again, but this time with names. See? Now you can actually point them out. There are the red blood cells, there's a big white blood cell, and you can see the little platelets, all of them just floating along in the plasma. It's not just a random mess anymore. It all makes perfect sense.
But it makes you wonder, why are they shaped like that? Why isn't everything just a boring sphere? Well, it's definitely not random. In fact, there's this really beautiful core idea in biology that explains it all.
And here it is. It's called structure and function. It's a simple idea with huge implications. The way something is built, its structure, is perfectly suited for the job it has to do, its function. Its shape, its size, how sticky it is, it's all on purpose. And honestly, if you get this one idea, you're on your way to understanding pretty much all of biology.
So let's think about our blood crew. Why are red blood cells round and flexible? So they can squish their way through the narrowest blood vessels. Why are platelets all branching and sticky? So they can grab onto each other and form a plug. And the plasma? It's a liquid because it has to be a highway for everything else to travel on. Even the white blood cells, Their sphere-like shape helps them move easily through that plasma highway. See? Each part is perfectly shaped for its job.
And that right there, that brings us all the way back to our first question. Why is blood everywhere? It's because your body needs this entire toolkit. The delivery trucks, the security force, the repair crew, it needs all of it to be on call, everywhere, all the time. The right tool for the right job, in the right place, at exactly the right moment.
So we figured out that blood carries all the tools for healing. The platelets are like tiny ambulances, always on patrol. But that leaves one last, really cool question. When you get that paper cut, how does your body actually dial 911? How does it tell those little ambulances exactly where to go? Ah, now that is a story for another time.